first thing I like to do on my builds here at Sanctuary when I'm working on the house is to put a false roof in. So let's go to warehouse. I do have the first one in because it is kind of a pain in the rear to get it started. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I normally do. I find the point where it sticks out the furthest, which would be right here, and I get that lined up as much as possible before placing my piece. And then using my place everywhere mod, I move that piece all the way over here to the corner, make sure it's nice and straight so that I get a straight roof. And then I just continue to place one piece at a time. So I am going to go ahead and get this done, and I will be right back. All right, I got the roof down, so that will plug up any holes that we would have in the torn up roof that was left behind after the fallout. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the roof back down. And I try to bring it down just because I don't want too much of the original roof showing. But I also want it to look as natural as possible. Oh, well, not natural, but you know what I mean. Yeah, that looks like that is going to do it. Yeah. All right. So the next thing we need to do is we've got a lot of holes to plug up. As you can see, the windows don't have any glass in it, and just for security reasons for our residents, I'm going to be covering them up with wood and steel anyways, to make it a little bit safer, so that if they are attacked, they can't be shot at through the windows. So let's go ahead and get that done, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have the inside all patched up, well, the inside and the outer walls, let's work on getting the windows patched up. And I think they're over here in USO integrated. We'll see. This is one of my favorite mods, and it doesn't look like that's in there. Maybe it's, let's try CBC. I think this is it. Maybe. Those are all prefabs. I don't want prefabs. I need... There we go. Patchwork. Okay. So, we will go ahead and start. A lot of times I will have to turn off my surface and object snap, and if you're wondering how to do that, that is your F1 and F2 on your keypad. I don't know what it is for Xbox or for PlayStation. Try to line these up as much as possible. There is an excuse me. There is another mod that has some of these in it as well, to where you can where it has the boards and stuff already attached, so it looks like you nailed them in. But I just go and I just randomly pick out pieces that I think are going to fit. Make sure that they're not really sticking out that far. Okay, that looks good. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and patch up the others, and I'm going to look for the other patches that actually look like they're boarded into while I'm at it. So I'll be right back. All right, we got the windows all boarded up and secure. So anybody who comes in for treatment is going to be safe. So I think the next thing we will work on is in this room. I want to split it in two. Have this area here be the reception area. I did find a surgery center in one of my mods, and can't remember where I found it, but I'm going to try and find it for you so I can show you where it's at when it comes to, because and a lot of it is because I have so many mods that I'm unable to tell you which mod it comes from, simply because, oh, I'm going to the crafting. Let's go to the stores. That's why I wasn't finding anything. But because of that, I can't tell you exactly which mod it is that everything is in. But I am going to see if I can't find it, and sometimes it will tell us, depending on... Okay, so it's in USO. So here it is. I've already got it out here. So let's go ahead and put it in. You turn my surface snap and object snap back on. Get it set up the way that we want it. See how close to the wall we can get. Yep, I think that's pretty good. Let's see. Let's back it up just a little so it doesn't look like it's actually... Sorry guys, my mouse is kind of squiggly. And that is not straight, is it? Yeah, I think that looks better. Yeah. Okay, so we got our surgery section here done. I like this better than just the chair, most definitely. So then we need to create a room here. So let's go in. Oop, I'm already in USO. We do that a lot. We'll go in here to walls. Okay. So let's go back out here. Go into our vanilla structures and go into the master plan, vanilla extensions. And here is where we will find some of the flat walls that also have the doorways, because we are going to want a doorway. Do I want to put it on this side? I think so. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Is that straight? Almost. How's that look, guys? Oh. Let's see if we can't bring that in more, huh? Oh my gosh, my field, I guess Come on. Good grief. Really? Okay, hopefully that is straight-ish. I don't know. I think that's better. Much, much better. Okay, let's go ahead and put a wall in.
The following moments may contain explicit language.
Well, alright guys, that seems to wrap this project up. I went ahead and got everything decorated inside. So why don't we go and have a look? So as we come in, we are greeted by, oh, the physician is not in. She must be at lunch since it's noon. But I did put all the doors back. Of course, there wasn't much you could put in there. It was too small to put anything in. But I did get all the shelves filled up. Oh, we have some floating files that I didn't realize were floating. I'll have to fix that later. Got some comics and magazines for those waiting to read. And a little sink over here. A little terminal for them to get information right away for surgery. And then back here, I'm going to turn on my slow mode. Back here is a little consultation area, like an exam. Those who are not needing emergency surgery, which would be done out there, they can come back here, get their checkups, talk about their x-rays. Where they're getting their x-rays, I don't know. They're getting them from somewhere. And then back here is another lab that the doctor can utilize to make their drugs. And then they are all stored here on this shelf. And then here in this closet we have towels and sheets. And this is where the doctor would have their lab coats. And then over here we have the doctor's office with everything that they would need. Luckily there's no floating files. Again, more x-rays. We still don't know where they're coming from. Over here is the restroom with the shower for those patients who are able to get up and want to get clean. And then down the hall, it's just storage for extra items that might be needed. Here is the first, I need to bring that over some. Here is the first bedroom. Well, not bedroom, but hospital room. There's 2 beds here they share. And they've got comic books to keep them occupied. And you got posters to remind them to take their medicine. And then over here is the other hospital room. Again, posters to remind them to take their medicine. And we've got other stuff on the walls to make it nice. And I'm not going to close, well, I'll show you what happens when you close the door. I don't know why it makes this sound, but here it goes. I don't understand why it makes that sound, because if you use the mod, oh, there's the doctor. Hey, doc. If you use the mod that allows you to restore all the buildings to their pre-war selves, and before you guys say anything, I still have not put the supports up for the treehouse. I will get to that. I gotta finish decorating it and also finish putting together the bottom half of the market and assign people. I just haven't gotten to that yet, but I will, I promise. Then back here is more storage. Here we have the washer and dryer so they can wash the sheets and towels for the patients. We've got gurneys unless they have to rush out onto the battlefield when they get raided and bring people into the hospital to be worked on. And they got some wheelchairs too when they're needed. So that about wraps up this build. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know when I am going live again. And thanks for being here. You guys take care. Bye bye.